Alright, the Lakers managed to split at the crib, and the big difference in this game was just the details on defense, because their awareness, physicality, and effort was a lot higher from the start. They were having Hayes show off and screens, but other than that, they were reading everything and trusting each other to man up, so they were staying home instead of getting burned for sagging off. In Game 1, there were too many instances of overhelping or not being body to body, and that was opening up a lot of looks and lanes, but it was obvious there was a conscious effort to right those wrongs, so the Wolves' offense just turned into hot potato from the stagnation. Some of it was just them settling from deep early, but even when they started getting downhill from the second onward, and were even able to break down the Lakers' first line at times, there was always a body in the paint on the second line, so they never got anything easy at all. They couldn't even get any runouts because the Lakers weren't as bad with their turnovers, so without any of those, it was hard for them to establish the same rhythm, and the best they could do was get to the line, but at least the Lakers were making them earn their too. They just didn't have a real inside presence, because they couldn't exploit the Lakers' low rotations to find Rudy for drop-offs or lobs, and all the shading and tilting made it hard to exploit their size advantage in the post again, so it was easier for the Lakers to load up with everything being played up top. Ant and Julius were still able to manufacture tough points, but they weren't getting the same production from the others, and for a couple of them, it was from the foul trouble early, because both Naz and Dante picked up a couple offensive fouls. Even the Lakers didn't get much production from their others, but their stars showed up, especially Luka, and once again, he just doubled down on hunting Rudy non-stop, because he's still having his way in that matchup. It's already bad enough for any player to try to keep up with him, let alone a big with Rudy's feet, so he was really getting to wherever he wanted to either get a bucket or create one, and it might be time for Finch to make an adjustment, because that's damn near back-to-back 40 balls. I don't usually condone dropping against Luka, but that coverage has looked the best, so the Wolves need to at least mix it up more, or just somehow completely lock up Braun and Austin, because if all three of them are getting theirs, it's hard to match that firepower. Those two are just doing the same thing as Luka, so the both of them are going at Rudy, Julius, and other mismatches to exploit, but the Wolves have proved they can get stops, and that stretch to start the fourth was their best chance of running it back. There wasn't even a scheme change in that quarter, and it was really just the Lakers losing their rhythm in the second half, because they weren't playing with the same pace they were in the first half from their stops, so it was just more about them not making their shots in a game of buckets. But the Wolves were missing just as many on the other end, so the closest they got to was within 9, because the Lakers' defense wasn't letting up, and they were able to just hold on to their lead with some finishes off runouts or drives. But as much as their defense has leveled up, I still think they need to level up their offense, because the Wolves have shown they can be just as physical, and as a streaky team, they can get hot at any point, so this was not convincing enough of a win for me to say it's the Lakers series. Just watch the tape.
What a play by LeBron! The steal and the two!